friends, and welcome to my crafty space where I share my memory keeping projects and processes with all of you. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. My name is Krystal and I am so excited that you are here. Today I am joining in on Stamp Week. So if you haven't heard about Stamp Week, Allie Edwards, who you should follow if you don't already, is hosting kind of like a technique event on social media, on her blog and on Instagram and on Facebook, where she is encouraging us to pull out our stamps and put them to use. So every day she is giving us a different technique to use or theme to use. So like think alphabets and numbers and prompts and patterns and those sort of things. So every day is going to be something different. And then she is sharing other people's projects and her own and just different ideas on how to use more of our stamps in our projects. In addition to the technique online event, I don't really know what to call it, so that's what I'm going to call it. She's also doing a sale on her stamps in her shop, which is allieedwards.com. So if you are interested in trying out some more stamping, this is a great opportunity to purchase some of her stamps on sale and start giving it a try. I know I'm definitely going on there, and hopefully she's got some of her inks on sale because that is definitely what I would like to get. Okay, so in addition to it being Stamp Week, we are also now starting a new Story Kit Crush month. If you have not seen the previous videos, I had 4 videos last month. Every Friday, my friend Tashi and I post videos or process videos on YouTube using one kit from Allie Edwards that's back, in our stash, in our hoards. We are pulling it out and spending an entire month crushing the kit. So using all of the components and trying to end up with as little left as possible. This month, we are onto a new kit. We are working with the Watch Story Kit. So I also have the stamp right here. And my plan this week is each day to use my stamps to ultimately at the end create a project from scratch using the Watch story theme. So I've got a bunch of stamps picked out that I want to use. And then the story that I will be telling is about my daughter and her potty mouth. In our house, things like bodily functions are funny. And so she says a lot of ridiculous things having to do with going to the bathroom. And I have just compiled those over time, and so I am going to be documenting a couple of those stories, a handful, 5 actually, and putting them into a spread about her and her ridiculous things that she says. So that is my ultimate plan for this week's project. Every day I will be doing a different technique or using a different type of stamp. And then at the end of the week, probably on Saturday, I will have this spread completed and I will share it with all of you so you can see how you can use stamps to create an entire spread. Okay, so I think that is everything. Oh, I will mention that any products or links that I talk about in this video or that I use, I will have linked up in that description box below. So if you're curious about where anything came from, you will be able to find it down there. Okay, so let's go ahead and put you guys on fast forward, and I'm going to get started with the first theme of the day, which is using alphabets. So I am going to use these 2 alphabet stamps to create a title card for my spread, for my envisioned spread. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this process is going to go pretty quickly because I have sped it up like crazy. I kept all of the footage in here so you could see exactly the process I am working through. I just made it really fast. So the first thing I'm doing is pulling off all of the alphabet stamps that I'm going to need in order to spell out my title, which is Watch What You Say. Next, I'm going to lay them out on the card and just make sure everything will fit the way I want it to fit, and to just figure out placement. I wasn't sure if you say needed to be all in one line or if it was going to have 4 lines or, whatever. So basically, I pulled them all out, spaced it all how I wanted it to be, and then I could get to stamping. So I am using a scrapbook.com premium dye ink. It is my favorite black ink to use, except for really, really slippery surfaces. I'll use StazOn. But I do love my scrapbook.com ink. Then that little circle stamp block you see there, that is also a major favorite of mine, especially for working with alphabets or working with small stamps. That also comes from scrapbook.com. So they have some pretty awesome tools for stamping. Then once I have my letter stamped down, you see that I am rubbing it off on that stamp chamois. That is another like must-have tool for stamping, just because it's so important to clean your stamps before you put them away. It'll just make them last a lot longer and keep them in better shape for you. So I am going to finish up stamping this word right here, and you can see that this went really quick. And then I am going to slow you guys back down and we will close out this video. All right, you guys, so I think this turned out super great. So it was really simple, quick, easy, just stamping out a title for this spread. One of my favorite things to do with alphabet stamps is to create title cards. I also really like doing an entire page where it's a quote or a lyric or something that somebody has said. I guess that's a quote. There we go. I'll just repeat myself here. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do with alphabet stamps. I hope you guys feel inspired to get your stamps out and start using them this week. Maybe play along with Stamp Week with us. And if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And make sure you come back tomorrow when we are working on the second prompt this week, which is actually prompts. So yeah, come back tomorrow and see what prompts I'm going to be using for this spread right here. Until next time, I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye now.